In class 12th, I have the carbon resistance and the color codes. As the name suggests, this is a carbon resistance means that they are made of carbon powder. It is a fixed form of resistor made of carbon fragments made of fine carbon fragments. Fine carbon fragments with a binder in a cylindrical shape. And baked with terminal. Baked with terminal load at opposite ends. Opposite ends. These are called carbon resistors. So what is meant? It is the fixed form of resistor made of fine carbon fragments. Carbon fragments. Since this is the name the carbon, so this is made of the carbon fragments and with a binder in a cylindrical shape. So they are kept in a cylindrical shape binder and then baked. So at the ends of this cylinder, we are having the terminal nodes at the opposite ends. So because of that, they are called the carbon resistors. They are very small in size, robust and very long life. So this I can have to like this. This is like this. This is the ends of this resistor. These are the rings. rings like this, and this is the connecting wires. This is the connection. This is what we have, the terminal rod. These are called the terminal rod. These are the rings, colored rings. These are colored rings. To calculate the resistance, colored rings are marked on the cylinder. So now suppose we are having these rings, and then the last ring is either of silver or gold or anything else. Then we have to read the resistance from left to right. To read the resistance, the silver or gold ring is kept towards right hand side. Right hand side. And then read from left to right. जैसे सपोज करो ये गोल्ड है या दिस इज नॉट सिल्वर, देन वी हैव टू रीड लाइक दिस वन. This is not suppose this ring is of gold or silver, then you have to read like this one. So this is how to read. The first two colors give you the first two codes, and then the third one gives the raised to power 10, and the fourth, the gold or this red, that gives the tolerance power. So there is one more, that the tolerance power. So what is the meaning of the tolerance power? Tolerance. Tolerance. Tolerance means what? It is the measure of resistor variation from specified resistance value, and it is expressed as percentage of its nominal or preferred value. Preferred value. It is a percentage error in resistance. This is what the meaning of tolerance. So the fourth ring, the gold or silver, that gives the tolerance. It means that suppose this gold is given 20%, gold is 5%, silver is 10%, then 10%, 5% means that this is the variation of resistance. This resistance may vary from 5%, plus minus 5% or plus minus 10%. If suppose some other color are given, then this is plus minus 20%, like that. So the tolerance always represents the percentage error in the resistance. So this is some specified value of the resistance from which the resistance varies under the given limits. Now I take that now how to read to this one, that I tell you the codes, the color codes. Color codes. This is now your B, Roy, BB Roy. So now much more better is that here I take the codes are given from 0 to 9. The codes are from 0 to 9. The tolerance now for gold, this is now your 5% for 5%, and for silver it is now 10%, and others this is now your 20%. This is given the tolerance. If the fourth ring is of gold, then tolerance is 5%. If this is of silver, then it's not 10%. And if the fourth ring is some other color, except this gold and silver, then the tolerance is 20%. So now I tell you the codes of the colors. BV Roy, great, Britain, very good wife. These are the 10 colors. B means black. This is black. This B means brown. Brown. This R means red. O means orange. This Y means yellow. This G means green. B means, this is now your blue. This V means violet. This G means grey. And this W means white. White. And the codes are given. As I told, the codes are given from 0 to 9. 0 to 9. So this is now your 0. This is now your 1. This is now 2. This is now your 3. This is now 0. This is 1. This is 2. This is 3. This is now your 4. This is now your 5. This is 6. This is 7. This is 8. And this is your 9. Then raised to power 10. The third ring is given 10 raised to power 10. So 10 raised to power 0. This is not so much. This is 10 raised to power 1. This is 10 raised to power 2. This is 10 raised to power 3. This is 10 raised to power 4. 10 raised to power 5. 10 raised to power 6. 10 raised to power 7. 10 raised to power 8. And 10 raised to power 9. These are the powers raised to 10. And fourth ring is given to this gold or silver. The first two rings. The first two rings give two digits, and third ring gives power raised to 10. Power raised to 10. And fourth ring gives tolerance. So first two rings give two digits, and third ring gives power raised to 10, and fourth ring gives tolerance. Now let us suppose we are having this to be like this one. Now I am taking an example of this kind. Okay. This is now suppose giving your first, this is now second, this is now third, this is now suppose fourth. This is suppose we are giving to this the value of, this is now your green. This this ring is green and this is, suppose you are given the yellow and this is given, suppose your orange, and this is now suppose given that of your silver. Then resistance is how much? Resistance is equal to, now for green we are having this, the digit 5, so this is now your 5. Then second is yellow we have this 4 into, now third one is orange, so for orange 10 raised to power 3, and then fourth one is silver, so for silver we are having 10%, so plus minus 10%. This so much is the resistance. Then what is the total resistance? This is one kind of representation of the resistance. R is equal to 54 into 10 raised to power 3 plus minus 10%. This is so much. Then we have to find the value of R, the total value of R, the variation. Of R. This how we will find. This R is equal to 54 into 10 raised to the power 3 plus minus 10% into 54 into 10 raised to the power 3. तो इसी का 10% लेंगे सर. This is the specified value of the resistance. 54 into 10 raised to the power 3 plus minus what we have, this is now your 5.4 into 10 raised to the power 3, so this is now 54 plus minus 5.4 into 10 raised to the power 3. This is what? So that we have the variation. So you can add to this one and you can subtract to this one. If you add, then you will get it to be 59.4 into 10 raised to the power 3 to how much? This will subtract, then this is now 49, this is now 48.6 into 10 raised to the power 3 ohm. This means the resistance of this carbon resistor will vary from so much value to so much value. This is what the meaning of this plus minus 10% of this one. So this we will calculate it like this one also. So either you write down this like this one or you write down this to be like this one. So this is one of the way to find the variation of the resistance. It means R varies from 59.4 into 10 raised to the power 3 ohm to 48.6 into 10 raised to the power 3. This is the variation of this R. So this is how to calculate the resistance of the given carbon resistance, because we are having different colors and codes, and according to that just you find the resistance and then find the variation like this one. Now I will tell you the advantage and disadvantage of this carbon resistance. Advantages. They are cheaper, small size, robust and easy. And easy to use in electrical and electronic circuits. Electronic circuits. In comparison to wire wound resistances. The most significant use of carbon resistor is to withstand high energy pulses. That means that if there is a energy variation to a very high level, then they can tolerate it. They are not becomes inactive. The entire body of carbon resistance conducts the energy when current is passed through them. यानी क्या होता है कि if suppose we are having a wire resistance, then the current flows only on the outer surface, not inside. This is why that the wire are taken to be very small inside, very thin wires. And in case of carbon resistance, the energy flows throughout the carbon resistance. This is inside and outside, inside and on the surface also the energy flows. So that is most useful in comparison to that of the wire wound resistance. The carbon resistors do not produce sound. So they behave as ideal resistors. Ideal resistor. The carbon resistors are of different size. With power dissipation limits from 1 watt to 1/8 watt. The commercial carbon resistance and dissipation value from 1/8 watt to 1/4 watt. So these are the uses of the carbon resistors. If you go to the mechanic of this electronic circuit that he makes, and you can see that very small side resistances which are cylindrical in shape having the colored rings. So the mechanic very well knows that where and how much the resistance is to be used for the electrical circuit. Disadvantages. What are the disadvantages of this carbon resistance? The temperature, coefficient of resistance of carbon resistors is negative. It means what? That this alpha equal to negative. It means that if the temperature increases, the resistance will increase. If temperature increases, the resistance will decrease. The resistance will decrease. This is what the disadvantage of this one, because in many electrical circuits when there is something damaged, then the temperature of the circuit increases, and because of that the resistance goes down, and then this carbon resistor is not useful. Due to high value of negative temperature coefficient of resistance the resistance reduces very quickly. तो जिनके लिए क्या है, अल्फा का मान बहुत ज़्यादा होता है, तो जैसे ही टेम्परेचर में थोड़ा सा इंक्रीज होता है तो रेजिस्टेंस बहुत ज़्यादा डाउन हो जाता है इसका. बिकॉज ऑफ दैट, बिकॉज ऑफ दिस वैल्यू दे हैव डिसएडवांटेज ओवर ऑल द एडवांटेजेस. Now the applications of these applications. They are used in protection of circuit protection of circuit, current limiting, high voltage power supply, high voltage power supply, and high power lightning, etc. They are used in defibrillator, is sensitive equipment attached to a patient to regulate heartbeats. So defibrillator is a equipment which is given to the patients which are having the heart pulses to be irregular. Then just to regularize them, we apply equipment on the chest of this patient, and the electrical jerks are provided with the help of this one. So the jerks could not be very high. Because of that, we use these carbon resistances to control the electrical jerk given to the heart, so as to have the regular pumping of the blood. Using what we have supply of X-rays, radar system, laser, etc. So because of this one, the carbon resistors are widely used and they are very much beneficial. The only one disadvantage is that they have a very large value of negative temperature coefficient of resistance. Because of that, if the temperature slightly increases, the resistance reduces to a large value. So even to this one, we are having so many advantages of this carbon resistance. So this is how to find the value of the carbon resistance with the help of the color codes, and what is the meaning of tolerance and how to calculate the resistance of this carbon resistor. So this is a procedure of finding the resistance of carbon resistances. Thank you very much.